Hello world, this is Wolfstar Games, and welcome back to more Robotics Notes Elite. Last time, we finished off Frau's route, and the video ran quite long, and and that's okay, actually, because I feel that with Frau's route that it, it was just so intriguing and exciting that it was hard for me to really put the controller down and stop playing. I mean, and I felt that way throughout Frau's route, and I'd say that's also the reason why my videos for her route ran a little longer than with Juna's route and Nai's route. It's so I'd say it's all good. I mean, I really enjoyed Frau's route. I mean, it had intrigue and excitement. I mean, it was pretty exciting last time, right? But this time, we're going to be hopping into a new route. I'm looking forward to whose route it's going to be. Guess we'll find out here. Alright, so we're back in phase 4, I believe it is. And we need to answer to Gijene. Yeah, I'm supposed to reply to this one. What's the inside of Chikura Cavern like? It's large enough to sit 1,000 people, it's entirely underwater, or it's like a limestone cavern inside. And let's see, I'm supposed to reply with this one. Large enough to sit 1,000 people. So I answer with that. And I'll just fast forward here to where I need to next reply or whatever. Alright, so inside the Mizuka's store, supposed to reply to another tweepo here. This one. What is Gun Build 2? A small toy, a hobby robot, or a giant robot? I mean, it's a giant robot, and I'm pretty sure I'm supposed to reply with that. Yup, a giant robot. Beep Beep Burr? That's a funny trophy name. Beep Beep Burr. Burr. It's like, I am a robot. But, okay, so by the look of that, I guess an ID route? I didn't even consider that would be a route. But I guess that would make more sense, seeing that so far each route has been with a different girl. Granted, Airi is an AI, but I guess it makes more sense to have a route with her than with Subaru, as I had thought maybe there would be a route with him, but I guess not. Which is kind of a shame, because I do want to know more about him than, just what we've gotten so far, with who he is and what his home life is like. But all the same, I'm not entirely disappointed that we're not getting a route with Subaru. It just would have been nice to have one. Okay, so I guess from here we'll see what we get here. Here we go. On to Phase 8. Thermosphere Sensor. Okay. Unknown, 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 unknown.
待ち焦がれているんです。
I guess from Aidi's perspective? I mean, that would be interesting, seeing things from her perspective, especially seeing that she's an AI. I mean, what? I guess the question is, what would an AI's perspective be like? Desperately waiting. Desperately waiting for someone to come along to find out everything that's going on in Tanegashima with all the reports and whatnot. I mean, that would make the most sense.
寒々とした空を凍えるような風を舞い落ちては溶けていく白い粉雪を待ち焦がれているんです。
It just sounds so lonely.
それが私の夢。
Your dream. Okay.
ただ雪が降るだけじゃダメだったりします。雪ならここでも降ることはあるから。
Her dream involves snow. Okay, that... It's like, why would an AI dream about snow? I mean, I guess now that I'm thinking about it, I mean, Aidi could be based off of a real person.
その雪は特別にはなりましたけど、特別の中の特別ではないんです。
It's not?
もっと奇跡みたいな特別がいいんです。
A miracle. Like a Christmas miracle? It seems rather appropriate in that respect, seeing that it's, now December.
そう。例えば、クリスマスイブに降る白い粉雪。その日に降るだけで、雪はとてもロマンチックなものに変わるでしょ?
Oh, yes. Yes, it does. It's like there's nothing quite like a Christmas Eve or Christmas Day with snow, with it snowing or having snow.
単なる暦の区切りでしかないっていう人もいます。
Yeah.
でも私は日付って大切だと思ってるんですよ。ずっと昔から人は一日の営みに意味を持たせてきたんです。
Yeah, for sure. I mean, Christmas, I mean, really any holiday. And not to mention, each individual person's, birthday. I mean, that has a deep meaning to each and every person.
一日一日に意味を。そして365日のうちの何日かをさらに特別な意味を持つ日に設定したんです。その日を迎えることを喜べるように、お祝いできるように、大切な思い出にできるように。
Why do I feel like Aidi's route is just gonna be like a lot of heartbreak? With the way she's talking here, I mean, I feel like it can go that route. It's like a lot of heartbreak, or just like moments where I'll be completely like, oh, I feel like I'm gonna be doing a lot of awing in this route. I mean, I already kind of am just at the start here.
今年のその日まで頑張ろうって思えるんです。
Yeah.
来年のその日まで頑張ろうって思えるんです。私の体は今にもすり減りそうで、いっそのこと消えたいと思っています。でも
Kind of wish he could just disappear? I mean that's heartbreaking right there. It's like, not to mention her body could fall apart at any moment. It's like, just, I feel at the end of this, I'm gonna be going to be like a puddle of mush, a puddle of melted snow.
クリスマスイブまでは頑張ろうって思うんです。
What? Try and last until Christmas Eve? What's gonna happen after Christmas Eve to Heidi then? Is that... I don't like the implication of this line.
私が自分の誕生日よりも大好きな一日。
I mean, there's a lot of sentiment in Christmas. So I can understand that, yeah.
特にホワイトクリスマスイブともなれば、雪がめったに降らない地域では本当に奇跡みたいなことで。
So since she's in IRUO, you know, that would be the place where snow rarely falls. And it would be a miracle if it were to snow in IRUO. It's like, how would that even work or happen?
私はその奇跡を信じて、毎年1週間も前から天気予報を1時間ごとにチェックするようにしています。
And that's why she always tells us the forecast, right? I am going to be doing a lot of awing in this, aren't I? Especially seeing how when I was first introduced to Heidi, I was just like, she's so cute and so adorable that it's like, just her whole character just makes me awe.
天気予報さん、天気予報さん。今年の12月24日に雪は降りますか？その日を1年の中でも特別の中の特別にしてもらえませんか？待ち焦がれているんです。
That's what she's desperately waiting for. To have a white Christmas in IRUO, I guess.
寒々とした空を、凍えるような風を、舞い落ちては溶けていく白い粉雪を。
Oh my god, that start just has already gotten me. It's like, I'm just gonna be a complete mess by the end of Heidi's round. I just know it. Alright, but first thing, since I know that today's chore duty changes each time, Takahashi and Toguchi. Okay. And do I need to respond to Tweepo here? Yes, I do. Let's see. supposed to respond to Frau? Yeah, this first one right here. Wow, this year's Winter Komima has a lot more groups participating with gun morale. I thought it would be a lot less, so now I'm thinking about going. It wasn't dead content after all. Well, that's good. Good thing that there's no dead content. Have you gone before? I heard that it's a no newcomers allowed event. Is that true? No newcomers allowed? Huh. I didn't realize that was a thing with Komima. I've only seen Komima on the news. Komima is an event that people in the countryside watch while weeping from FOMO? FOMO. What's that? And what's that short for? I can't even think of what that would be short for. Let's see, what am I supposed to respond with here? Okay, with this one. Alright. Even with finals finished, the classroom is filled with a tense energy. Guys, finals are over. No more high school tests. So why do you all look like you're getting ready for war? I mean, exams are done, yet so many of my classmates are still face first in their textbooks. Look, I know. I'm not an idiot. I know exactly why they all look so desperate. I've done my best to pretend not to notice, but it's already the end of the year. Almost. The next month is a Kagoshima Uni. Kagoshima Uni. Oh, University. University. That's what it is. Next month is the Kagoshima Uni entrance exam. Almost half of our school's students will be doing battle with that beast. Apparently, they're all going to be checking into a hotel a few days earlier and studying together. The tense energy surrounding them is currently enveloping the classroom. Folks who have already gotten accepted, those getting a job, and those going to specialized schools all understand. Specialized schools, like prep schools. They know how tough it is for the exam takers, so they stay quiet. As for me, it's Kaito can care less, right? I haven't yet decided what I'm going to do. Or that. I realize that it's nothing to be proud of. I mean, I am in the robot club after all. But seeing everyone else work really hard in anticipation for their entrance exams leaves me feeling kinda pressured. Oh, Juna's here too. Hi, Juna! Akio lightly strikes the side of her phone droid with an upset expression. A second ago, she came over to tell me that Misune would be on the news soon. Oh. How does she know that? I guess she wanted to show me a live stream of the conference or something.
なんか調子悪いな。ちゃんと映らないよ。
What's wrong? Why won't it display properly?
太陽嵐のせいじゃないかな。
Could that be part of it? I'm not entirely sure.
あれのせいでポケコンも不具合とか出てるんだって。
Oh, okay. So maybe then it is part of it. Juna's been coming over to our classroom to hang out during breaks these days. Spending more time with us. being a little more outgoing. Not with any particular objective in mind. She kind of wanders in, chats, and then disappears. Nothing wrong with that. Just spend time with her friends. Part of it might be because of the Juna bodyguard squad is studying for their entrance exams. The Juna bodyguard squad, right? Those two who are always on Juna's good side, and it's like we hardly hear from them. But the couple of times that they've been around, they're like all defending Juna. Juna is going straight into the workforce. Oh, I heard she got hired at Space Candy. Oh, really? Doing what exactly? I imagine it's not, Robot Club related. I remember her telling me that the president was kind of hard to deal with. I mean, he is, but, she kind of got her foot in the door with being, like the Space Candy kind of mascot for them being our sponsors, so funny how things turn out.
そういえば、コナちゃんも PC が何台か壊れたとか言ってぼやいてたな。太陽嵐死ねとも言ってた。
Really? Some of her computers broke? Wow.
かなり大規模だったもんね。ISS は落ちちゃったし、中国で今大規模な黄砂が起きてるでしょ。あれもね、太陽嵐のせいかもって言われてるんだよ。
The ISS? Just add one letter to that and it becomes ISIS. Alright. I feel like that is kind of on the mark. For... Juna suddenly looks a lot more alive as she delves into her favorite topic of discussion, urban legends. Yup, I mean, just look at that face. It's her happily determined face.
その黄砂ね、観測史上最大規模なんだって。水原さんがそう言ってた。
Asian dust situation? Should I know what that is? That's the dandy meteorologist that appears on weather forecasts all the time. He's big with housewives, and apparently also with Juna.
対岸の火事じゃなくてね、日本にもその砂どんどん飛んできてるみたい。
Huh, okay. And we want to keep our, ear to the ground concerning this dust, I take it?
関東地方だとこの2週間くらい日照時間がすごく減ってるっていうデータもあって。
Losing lots of daylight time. Interesting. Okay.
全部太陽嵐のせいってことだね。許せん。
Curse you, solar disturbance! Curse you! It's this very moment that I realize Akiho and Frau are basically the same. I mean, sure, they're completely different people and have different personalities, but yeah, they kind of act a little the same. it's only a matter of time before she starts assigning an actual personality to the solar disturbance. It's like, I mean, I guess since it's dealing with the sun, you could say that the personality has anger management, you know, hot-headed. I know, kind of a bad pun, but I couldn't resist.
あ、もしかして移動が最近メンテばっかりなのもあいつのせい？
Is it? It's been in maintenance? Huh, okay. This is the first we've heard of that. So I wonder how Aidi's doing then. And there you have it. The disturbance is now a he. That literally took 14 seconds.
太陽嵐が原因の不具合はね、優勝で修理するしかないって私言われちゃった。
Huh. You're actually getting paid for this. Interesting. Oh no, wait, not pay. She's not getting paid. She has to pay money. Interesting. Huh. What?
または新品買うかどっちか。
Buy a brand new one? Is that even possible?
ただで交換してくれればいいのに。
I feel like you can't really set up something like this to be free.
こんな東京から遠く離れた島でも不具合出る人間がいるわけでしょ。
I mean, they seem to be having problems already, and they were not hit with the solar disturbance. Of course, they meaning, you know, Tanegashima.
だったら東京なんて何百万人レベルで交換が必要になるよ、きっと。それ全部タダで交換してたらきっとポケコンキャリアはどこも潰れるね。
確かに。でもうち修理代なんて払えないよ。
Yeah, I mean, especially after all the money she used to pay for parts for, you know, Gun Build 1, and now with Gun Build 2, it's like she has to pay for even more parts to make that robot. So, jeez, a.k.a. spends a lot of money.
お年玉とお小遣い、来年の分まで全部前借りしちゃったんだもん。
Yeah.
その割には毎日のようにスコール買って飲んでない？
I mean, a skull is really cheap though, isn't it?
お情けで1日150円だけはもらってるんだよ。
As a show of mercy? and also 150 yen, isn't that like really, really cheap? A really low amount of money?
いや、もらいすぎでしょ。
Is it? I thought it would be, you know, a lot less.
実質月に4000円以上小遣いあるってことじゃないか。
Huh. I'm gonna have to do some conversion later.
アキちゃんずるすぎ。
ヤシオくん、落ち着いて。1日1本スコールを飲む習慣だけは誰にも止められないのさ。
Akio loves her skull.
あ、そう。
Jeez, I always forget that she's the daughter of the chief of the TNSC. She's so spoiled. Akio has never really come across as being like super spoiled though. Akio clearly has no idea what I'm thinking as she dejectedly looks at her phone droid.
しばらく調子悪い状態で使ってくしかないかな。カイは不具合出てる？
俺は先月中に修理したよ。
Of course he did.
なんでその時うちも誘ってくれなかったの？
It's like Kaito has to keep up his phone droid's maintenance so he can keep playing Kill Ballad. It's like there's no way that he'll... Oh, wait, right?
誘ったよ。でもロボ2号機のパーツ作りで忙しいからって断ったじゃん。
そうだっけ。これもきっと太陽嵐のせいだな。
I mean, maybe.
ねえ、それより会見始まっちゃう。カイのポケコンで見せてよ。
ミサ姉が出るって何の会見？
夏ぐらいに少し話題になってたでしょ。ハグの暴走事故。
Kind of forgot about that. The rampaging hug incidents. It's like it really does make me wonder about Mizuka. I do remember that. I recall Misane surrounded by reporters and getting pummeled with hard questions. Yeah, and she had to keep saying that things were under consideration, as I remember.
それの裁判が今日からなんだって。
They start today. I mean, that happened quite a while ago. That initial press conference. I don't know why I wanted to say court there, but yeah, that happened quite a while back. So it's like finally getting around to court hearings concerning the hug incidents. That took quite a while. Gotcha. This might be worth checking out. Yes, I'd say so. I mean, I'm worried about Mizuka, so any information that we can learn about these hug incidents, maybe we can avoid another incident, possibly, with, Mizuka's hug. I open up the Nico Nico livestream page, just as Akio instructed.
それとは全く無関係です。関連付けて話すことは大きな誤解を生じるのでやめていただきたい。
And the press conference doesn't have Misane, but Sawada. Okay, I haven't actually noticed Sawada's hair until now. There's like two different colors here. It's like kind of like Cruella DeVille. It's like one side white, the other side, brown. It doesn't look so much black like Cruella. What is the truth behind Hug?
弊社のハグはラボラトリーインダストリとは異なり、クラウド OS は使用していません。
They don't. Okay.
また、いわゆる15年クラッシュの教訓を踏まえ、太陽嵐による電磁波対策は万全です。
They're built to counteract EM waves. Electromagnetic waves. but yet there was a hug incident. So what? I'm trying to remember back of what happened. It's been such a long time since that initial press conference that I can't really remember what happened exactly with the hugs. So, with what happened, the most current solar disturbances didn't have any effect on the hugs because the hugs are able to counteract those electromagnetic waves. So what happened exactly with that incident so long ago? I really can't remember.
事実、先月の太陽嵐到達においては、弊社のハグは一台たりとも不具合を起こしていません。そもそも、クラウド OS については、セキュリティの脆弱性をクリアできない限り、導入しないというのが弊社の方針です。
では、夏に発生したハグの暴走事故は何が原因だとお考えですか？
It had to have been something else. Clearly.
それについては裁判中ですのでコメントは差し控えさせていただく。
なんだ、お姉ちゃん出てないね。
Yeah, it's like it was just Sawada answering questions. And just like that, Akio's lost all interest. She was hoping to see her sister. I guess our president doesn't much care about where her sister works. No, she does. She just lost all interest because Misane's not the one who's at the press conference answering questions. Or that this high-profile case might have long-lasting implications on society. But then again, I understand why her head is filled with Misane. She's worried about her sister. Last month's disturbance hit Kanto hard. Its infrastructure hasn't fully recovered, and there were fatalities. And Akio wants to make sure that her dear sister is okay. Amidst all of that, Akio still hasn't been able to get in touch with Misane. Like, seriously, Misane needs to talk to her sister. She's been endlessly worried this whole time. It's like, god dang it, Misane. It's like, she needs to let her younger sister know that she's okay. It's like, she should realize that Akiho is worried about her. Couldn't she at least call us to let us know she's okay during emergencies like this? Yeah, seriously. She barely appears on TV anymore. I imagine for some good reason, I've been passing the baton off to Akiho, but maybe I should try getting in touch with her too. Especially seeing that Kaito actually managed to get a hold of Misane that one time, even though that it was like strictly like business, you know, with her warning him. But will she ever pick up? Yeah, that's the question.
ヤシオくん、瀬宮さん。
That's our teacher, right? Out comes Kobayashi, our homeroom teacher. Yeah. She calls for Akiho and I. She also doesn't sound particularly pleased. What's
あな
wrong?
たたち、今日は放課後残りなさい。進路指導するから。
Career counseling. Those are always fun. Not really.
でも部活が。
部活がじゃありません。あなたたち、自分の置かれた状況が分かってるの？未だに進路決まってないの。あなたたち2人だけなのよ。
That's not surprising, actually.
とにかく今日は残ること。いいわね。
Great. Now we have to stay after school for career counseling. It's like, I hope this is something that we're gonna just kind of gloss over and that, that we're not gonna get like any kind of story-related thing with the career counseling. And just like that, she's gone. Did she really have to yell across the classroom? That felt a whole lot like a public execution. And of course, the students who have already decided on their career paths are looking over at us and grinning. Like, what are you guys grinning about? It's like... So what if we haven't decided?
今日の小バ戦、いつもの倍切れてたね。
Koba-sen. Is that Akiho's nickname for their teacher? Koba-sen is our homeroom teacher's nickname, short for Kobayashi-sensei. I mean, that is a bit of a mouthful, so I can understand shortening it to Koba-sen.
また教頭先生が暗躍してるのかも。
That could very well be, though we don't really know. Akio's got a head for conspiracy theories like I do. Albeit at a much smaller scale, right?
っていうか、2人がまだ進路決めてない方がびっくりしちゃった。
And Juna already has, I take it. Well, no, she has. Because she already got hired at Space Candy. Right.
俺もアキちゃんもそれくらいどうしようもないダメ人間ってことさ。
でも負けるもんか。疾風怒涛の元気一発頑張れるジャキーン。
瀬宮、うるせえぞ。
Oh, you shut up. Or you shush, Takahashi.
勉強の邪魔。
What are you concentrating on?
ごめん。
Akio gets all mopey after being chewed out by her classmates. Oh, Akiho sad again. I haven't been able to say that for quite some time. There's no point in freaking out now. We just gotta accept things as they come. Though I'm sure some people would refer to that as escaping from reality. Yeah, I do that all the time. I mean, I escape from reality by playing video games, watching movies, and I need to get back into it, but reading books as well. So what am I doing instead of prepping for exams or job hunting? Hunting down another Kimijima report, I assume? I wish I could tell you that I'm gaming nonstop, but that's not the case. What's going on? My body is currently being tossed around the freezing ocean. Okay, what's going on here? I'm in a wetsuit. But for a weak person like me, the winter ocean is so cold that it's like torture. So he's being tortured again. No, really. It's cold as balls. I desperately struggle my way to the surface of the water. It's like, why are you swimming around when it's this cold out? I mean, if that is what he's doing. Was it for one of the reports? I'm trying to remember what the triggers were. I thought I drifted far offshore, but the water is still shallow enough for me to stand up in. What in the world am I doing? Only you can answer that, Kaito. There's a surfboard floating near me. It is one of the triggers. That's right. One was having to do a little bit of surfing.
Hi!
Oh, hi, Mizuka. Mizuka-san calls my name from the shore. I see her waving me over, so I walk toward her, all the while getting tossed around by the waves. I've never surfed myself. I mean, I live in a landlocked state, Montana. So, but the couple of times that I have been on the shore, like either California or New Jersey. I have friends of the family in New Jersey, and California I've been to once when my sister lived there, but I've never tried surfing. So I can only assume that surfing, it takes a long time to get used to doing. A lot of practice. And with Kaito, it's like he said that he has never surfed before, so I imagine that this is very difficult for him. After exiting the water, my entire body is overcome by the intense cold, leaving me shivering. I'd rather stay in the water. Hi, Mizuka. I like your jacket. Although her hug makes the jacket, kind of billow out, and if she were to try to close the jacket, it would look so weird. Mizuka-san is waiting for me with a complicated look on her face. Meanwhile, I look like a shaking newborn deer. I mean, trying to go surfing in the middle of December? I mean, it's winter, so it's not the best time to go surfing.
どうだった？俺乗れてた。
どうだった？どうだったって言ったかい？
It's like, and answer it honestly. I mean, personally, I would appreciate an earnest and honest answer. And so I don't know if Kaito would appreciate that kind of answer. I feel like he would be someone who would. But all the same, you know, I don't want to assume too much about a certain character.
答えを聞かせてほしいなら教えてやるよ。話にならないだ。
Very blunt and very honest.
まさかカイがここまでひどい運動音痴だったとはね。平均以下どころか最底辺レベルだよ。
I mean, he's a gamer through and through. It's like he wouldn't be very good at sports if he just sits around all the time in games. So
最初からそう言ってたでしょ。
それにしたって3日もやればボードの上に立つぐらいできそうなもんなのにさ。
except he can't, right? Because of my attacks, I typically sat out of PE through most of my school life. Right. Because it would be too physically taxing for him to handle. Because of that, the boys from my class would tease me. Of course. But come on, what do you expect from me, given my condition? Yeah, not to mention Akiho as well. I imagine she has to sit out of PE too, so Kaito wouldn't be alone. As for what I'm doing in this winter wonderland, I'm surfing. That's what. I already gathered that. Not because I suddenly decided to become a pro surfer. Definitely not. I couldn't care less about the sport. I assume Kaito couldn't care less about any sports. But one of the unlocked triggers for Kimijima Report number 6 is as follows. Ride a wave for 3 or more seconds on a geotagged surfboard. Well, he found the surfboard, obviously. He just needs to ride a wave for 3 or more seconds. At least it's not for, like, a real long time. It's interesting that just 3 or more seconds is enough time. But since Kaito doesn't surf, doesn't do any sports, just standing on the board is difficult enough for him to do. Sure would have been nice to have had this triggered during the summer. Yeah, really. I honestly figured 3 seconds would be no big deal when I stormed into the surfing club. He went into the surfing club for the surfboard, is it? But they didn't take me seriously because I'm in the robot club, of course. So I had no choice but to ask Mizuka-san, a first-generation surfing club member. Oh, Mizuka was in the surfing club. That's cool. Makes me wonder how good of a surfer she is. You know, before, you know, she had to start wearing her hug. Mizuka-san was reluctant at first, but I managed to drag her out here in exchange for buying 10 passion fruit bugs. 10 passion fruit buns? Oh man, that would have laid Kaito out flat, I feel, having to eat that many. She even agreed to coach me through the process. Well, that was nice of her. Talk about a lifesaver. Or not. I'm on day 3, but Mizuka-san has been a demon since the very start. A demon? Why has she been a demon? She even made me want to legit run away multiple times. She's been trash-talking me for over an hour today. I mean, she's trying to coach you through it, Kaito. So it's like, sure, it may sound like trash-talking, but she's trying to coach him. Winter days are short. That's why once school ends, I come here to the beach, change into my wetsuit, warm up, and jump into the ocean. Then, like a beat-up old rag, I get thrown around by the waves. Swallow a bunch of seawater. Blah, ugh. It's like, I know how that is. It's like, when I was 8 years old, I accidentally swallowed some seawater, and I've never forgotten the taste. It was horrible. And it's also one of the reasons why I'll never put salt in my water, to drink, and writhe in pain. If I get tired and head back to shore, Mizuka-san is there waiting for me. After a tiny 2-minute break, she sends me back into the ocean. Only a 2-minute break? Get back to practice, she says. I mean, yes, I'm the one who asked her to coach me. Yeah. I mean, so he has to get this trigger. So who better to get help from than someone who surfs or used to surf? I didn't have to pay her anything. Well, there you go. I only promised to buy 10 passion fruit buns from her. Okay. And then so he buys the passion fruit buns from her, and then with any information that he wants to get from her, he just has to make sure to have those buns with him so he can have them at the ready, so he doesn't have to buy one from her every time he wants information out of her. That, I feel like that is actually an even trade. In other words, Mizuka-san is coaching me out of the kindness of her heart, so I can't complain. But even then, I have some questions about the way she treats non-athletes. Specifically me.
そもそもカイは波を全く見てないんだよ。
And he needs to do that? Watch the waves. Okay. It's like, since I've never surfed myself, it's like I don't know how surfing works.
あれじゃ乗れなくて当然だね。
I have to watch the waves in order to ride one. Okay.
波待ちのポジション取りが最悪だ。ブレイクする波に自分から突っ込んでってどうすんのさ。
Diving right into a break. Surfer lingo, when a wave that is coming toward the shore has crested after rising up. Okay. It's like, surf's up, dude!
だってどこがブレイクするかなんてパッと見ただけじゃわからないでしょ。
That's actually a good question.
パドリング中は素早く移動なんてできないし。
だからこそ波を見ろって言ってんだよ、このスカタン。最初に教えたろ。
And he just forgot?
そう簡単に教えられた通りできた。苦労しないって。
Okay, he hasn't forgotten. It's just he can't do it. How can she expect me to pull off something so technical after just 3 days?
まあそもそも場所も悪いっちゃ悪いんだけどさ。サーフィン部が集まってる浜なら流れも読みやすいし、悪くない波が来るし。
What beach is that? And actually, come to think of it, are we at Hamada Beach or are we at a different beach?
だったらそこに案内してくれても。
いや、やめといた方がいい。サーフィン部の邪魔になって品種買うのは貝だからね。ましてやルールもよく分かってない人間が一人紛れ込んだんじゃ怪我人が出るかもしれないし。
Oh, I'm frozen. I just noticed I'm frozen. Okay, sorry about that, guys. I think I got it all ironed out here. I checked my footage to see how long I was frozen, and I really wish that I had noticed sooner. But anyway, should all be good now. There are apparently rules for surfing. Mizuka-san gives me a basic rundown, but I've forgotten most of them. That's how many there are. I imagine there's many rules. The most important of them being that only one person can ride a wave at a time. Right, if more than one person tried to ride a wave, they would crash into each other, right? And that you can't get in the way of someone's path while they're surfing. Right. Needless to say, I'm entirely incapable of following through on either of those.
だからいい波が来るポイントからは少しずらしたここを選んだのさ。
Why? Why go a ways away from where the good ones are? Why have Kaito try and ride waves that aren't as good?
お気遣いをどうも。
このままだといつまで経っても波に乗れそうにないね。
I mean, we have to get this down. I mean, if Kaito doesn't learn how to ride a wave, he's never gonna get this trigger to completion.
ちょっと教え方を考えないと。
Okay, then how do we need to think? How do we need to think about this then?
ま、少し休んでな。
Says Mizuka-san as she hands me a towel and walks toward where her car is parked. I wrap it over my shoulders and sit in the sand, holding my knees together while I tremble. I can't imagine trying to surf in the middle of winter. Ugh, I just want to play KB. At this point, I don't blame him. I'd much rather be doing that than surfing. Yet, here you are trying to learn how to surf. Or hell, take a nap at the hangar. Sure, it's still the morning, but whatever. I imagine he's kind of exhausted from trying to surf. I'm really starting to hate this sadistic Kimijima Ko guy. Screw him and his dumb triggers. I mean, some of these triggers are kind of bizarre. I mean, riding a wave for 3 or more seconds, that's kind of a bizarre trigger, as well as some of the ones in the past. I hope he's having fun abusing me. And now I'm just kind of picturing Kimijima Ko, like, hidden away somewhere, being like, watching Kaito and being like, oh yes, he's having so much trouble. Hee 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 hee. Good, all according to my evil plan. Hee hee hee. On a whim, I whip out my phone droid from my school bag. For a second there, I thought I accidentally activated it. I boot up IRUO. Hi, Airi!
がアイリを作ったのは少しでもたくさんの世界を知ってもらいたかったからなんです。
It's like, why is she in the middle of a sentence? Airi squatted down, seemingly drawing something in the sand. What are you drawing, Airi? In reality, there's no picture. Airi can't interact with the real world or even images on IRUO because she's an ARIA being with no physical body. Right. Though I kind of get the feeling that she is based on someone real. And, you know, even though that she can't interact with the real world, in my mind, I like to think that Airi can, like, from her perspective, actually interact with the world. You know, just, like, through her eyes, she's seeing things differently than Kaito. At least that's how I want to look at it. Even so, she continues to move her fragile pearl white hand.
月年も世界のあちこちに行ってますけど、そっちはですね、資料を集めるためなんですよ。
Right, because, you know, she's more Gijene is more AI than Airi. I know that's kind of a funny thing to say, but, you know, Airi seems more human than Gijene. I mean, even though that they're the same person, yeah, it's like Airi just seems more alive. Gijene is more like robotic than anything.
愛梨ちゃんさ、何してんの?
For the past 2 days, Airi's been pacing around the beach, talking to herself like this while I surfed. Oh, she's been talking to herself. That's why she was in the middle of a sentence.
でも、そもそも今のところ、アイリが出ていけるポイントはですね、種子島にしかないんです。
I love that she does that. It's very Vanna White, I feel.
どうしてかっていうと、なんと、それは君島レポートがアイリにとってのドアだからです。
Okay, that's an interesting thing to say. The Kimijima reports are doors that she can use? Very interesting. What's the implication behind that, I wonder? Huh. Heidi completely ignores my question.
ハイディちゃん、ちゃんと俺がサーフィンでフラグ回収条件を達成してるかどうか見ててくれないと困るよ。
Yeah, I mean, it's like, even if he's struggling, maybe he can activate it even though he's like really bad at it. You know, stand on the surfboard long enough to ride a wave to activate the trigger. Heidi finally lifts her face. She gives me a very cute, adorable, puzzled look and tilts her head. She then flashes me a bright smile.
でも君島レポートは種子島にしかないんですよ。ということはアイリは種子島にしか行けないんです。
Right, yeah. It's like they don't exist anywhere else.
やっぱり虫か。
アイリにとってのドアからしか出ていけないので。種子島もあちこち行ってるわけじゃなくてですね。
You haven't? Huh. Okay. I would imagine that, you know, since millions of people have a phone droid, that even though that she is not like ever present on IRUO when someone has their phone out, that she would have been able to like go from like one phone to another to another to another and see everything around Tanegashima. But I guess that's not the case.
ドアを中心にした半径 109.3 メートルの場所しか好きに移動できません。
Huh, alright. That is rather limiting, isn't it? 109.3 meter radius of a door. Of like a digital door.
それにドアの詳しい場所もわかりません。
I was kind of wondering that in the back of my head, if she knows the location of the doors, but I guess not. I recently noticed that Aidi's been acting kind of strange as of late. Like, strange how? She used to be able to converse just fine, but she talks to herself a lot these days.
ドアというのはつまり君島レポートと呼ばれるマスターが残した AR アノテーションです。君島レポートは今のところ7つあって、それは全部種子島に配置されているんですよ。
It's almost as if someone had gone in and like reset her AI. I mean, it's kind of, it seems kind of like she's talking to Kaito, but at the same time kind of not. And she's like saying all this stuff that we first learned from her when we first met her. Yeah. I don't know. it's kind of hard to get into Aidi's, head, or quote unquote head. No, it's like it's like trying to delve into the mind of an AI. It's like the mind doesn't exactly exist within an AI because it's all data. So it's and the fact that at the start of this route that we were getting her perspective, it's like how's that possible to get the perspective of an AI? I mean, I don't know, I may be reading too much into it or trying to read too much into it, but I don't know, Airi is an anomaly in all this to where it's difficult to really understand her, really understand what she's all about. But I guess now that we're on her route, we'll finally understand more about her, know more about her, and maybe we'll also find out or not if she is based on a real person. I mean, I kind of want that to happen, to find that out, if she is or not.
マスターはアイリに少しでもたくさんの世界を見ておいでって言ってくれました。本日未明から明日12月13日にかけての鹿児島県種子島・屋久島地方のお天気は晴れでしょう。最高気温は14度、最低気温は8度です。
And just like that, her usual weather antics start up out of nowhere.
降水確率は 0% です。西向きの風がちょっぴり吹くでしょう。波の高さはゲジネーはドアがなくてもネットワークがあれば情報収集ができます。
Interesting. Okay. Airi uses doors in IRUO, but Gijine doesn't. Okay, huh. I mean, my mind is reeling from this from all this information here, and I'm trying to piece things together in a cohesive thought, but I'm finding that I'm having difficulty trying to do that. Could she be... I have a bad feeling about it. I've had a bad feeling about it for a while now, but I'm guessing my hunch is on the money. What exactly is Kaito's hunch here? Basically, Airi might be bugged. I mean, that could be a possibility, I guess. I mean, I don't really know anything about AIs, so I don't know. I mean, I don't know anything about AIs, but I guess AIs can also get bugged.
ただ、ゲジネーはこの姿でネットワーク上に現れることはできません。情報を持ってくるだけで。
はい。
Mizuka-san returns holding a plastic container.
風向きが変わった。 今日はもういい波は来そうにない。帰るよ。
Okay, well, I guess that's that. We'll have to try another day.
ちなみにサーファーの間でよく使う言葉を教えてやるよ。これ覚えときな。
Alright. Give me your surfer lingo then.
Let's get to it!
And the fact that she says that in English, I wasn't expecting that. Oh my god. Let's get wet. Oh my god. And also, perfect line to be taken out of context here. My god. She says, and without hesitation, pours out the contents of the plastic bottle over my head. Gee, thank you for pouring water all over me. No worries, she's not pouring oil on me or anything. Why would she pour oil on Kaito's head in the first place? Nobody's going to be lit on fire today. Yeah, no, let's not think about that. It's just warm water. Warm water. Why warm water? There are no showers on this beach. In order to clean off the sticky seawater, you gotta bring your own H2O. In this case, warm water because it's cold, right? That's one of those surfer rules. But a bottle of water isn't gonna be enough. Not a single one, anyway. You'd need a lot of bottles of water. That said, I heard the surfing club gets to use the school's showers, so yay for them. Well, I mean, Mizuka-san used to be part of the surfing club, so maybe she can talk to the surfing club in letting Kaito into the showers to clean off. Because she poured water all over me out of nowhere, even my phone droid is soaked. Thank God it's waterproof. Mizuka-san glances at Airi through my screen. But she says nothing. I wonder what she's thinking, though.
ほら、脱ぎな。
Strip? Excuse me? She says.
水香さん、前回もそうだったけど、それセクハラだから。
ガキが生意気なこと言うじゃないか。別に貝のたるんだ全裸姿を見せられたってこっちは何とも思わないよ。
Squishy? Squishy. A squishy naked body. Oh my god.
たるんだとか言わないでくんない？
脱がないならベタベタのままお家に帰るんだね。
わかったって。脱げばいいんでしょ？
It's like for you, Mizuka-san, I'll strip. Why are all the older women in my life so damn scary? Mizuka's not that scary. I turn my back to Mizuka-san and begin taking off my wetsuit. It's like, Brown chicken, brown cow. Needless to say, I'm not actually nude. Oh, okay. I'm wearing swim shorts underneath. Oh, and the wetsuit is a hand-me-down from one of Mizuka-san's old surfing buddies. Huh. It was nice of her surfing buddy to lend the wetsuit then. Even though I've washed myself off, I still can't go home yet. I gotta clean the surfboard too. Of course. I gotta wash off all the sand and such stuck to it. And so while going through the motions, I think to myself, what in the hell am I doing? Trying to surf. It's a question I know the answer to, much as I wish I didn't. I have to collect all of the Kimijima reports. I have to do this. They're not the delusions of a conspiracy theorist. Now they're very, very real. After last month's solar disturbance, I'm more than sure that it's all true. Yeah. Back to the Robot Club. And back to Akio's perspective. Okay, I wonder what's going to go on here, but I think I'll stop it here for now. We'll find out next time what is going to happen between Akiho, Subaru, and the robot doctor. So, I hope you all enjoyed watching, and thank you all for watching as well. And if you enjoyed the video and want to see more, like, favorite, and claw that subscribe button to become part of the pack. And, as always, everyone, I hope you all have a wonderful day or night, wherever you may be.